They say no one does Christmas quite like Chatsworth. Golden halls, glittering trees and centuries of Christmases celebrated under one roof. So today we're going to step inside and have a little bit of a wander around. I feel like this is going to be a little bit like stepping inside a Christmas card.
Chatsworth sits at the heart of the Derbyshire Dales, a house whose story stretches back over 4 centuries. Home to the Dukes and Duchesses of Devonshire, it's a place shaped by art, imagination and a touch of magic. At Christmas, those long traditions take on new life. Each year the great rooms are transformed with different themes, bringing together history, imagination and craftsmanship on a grand scale. From the scent of pine in the entrance hall to the glitter of candlelight on painted ceilings, it's a celebration that feels both timeless and alive. This year the theme is the Enchanted Garden, a world of fairies and forest creatures, of marble statues and living trees, where every corner holds a little sparkle of wonder. Come with me as we explore Chatsworth at Christmas 2025 through rain, light and a little bit of festive magic.
Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Claire. This is the Wanderlust way. First off, let me say a huge thank you to everybody that supports the channel for liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, sending super thanks, becoming members. Honestly, everything that you guys are doing is helping this little corner of the internet to grow. It's allowing me to continue with adventures like this and sharing the stories that I find with you. So today we've come to one of the most magical places that you can come in the UK at Christmas time, and that is Chatsworth House in Derbyshire. For this video we're going to be exploring the house itself. It's all decorated up in a midwinter garden theme, and we're going to be looking at the Christmas market, and then hopefully by the end of the night we're going to be topping it off with the illuminated light trail. If you're ready for a little bit of festive fun, then maybe grab yourself a mince pie and a mulled wine, because that's enough waffle. Let's wander.
The moment you step through the doors, the outside world doesn't vanish, it follows you in. This year Chatsworth has become the Enchanted Garden, where the beauty of nature drifts indoors and every corridor hums with the quiet magic of midwinter. Gentle birdsong mingles with soft music, and the scent of pine floats beneath ceilings dressed with garlands of evergreen and gold. Threads of light weave through archways that curve like branches. Lanterns glow between clusters of candles, and trees sparkle with woodland treasures. Copper toadstools and glass baubles sharing space among paper birds and butterflies. In the hush of each room, fairies sleep inside bell jars, waiting for the next note of music to wake them. This is a house with almost 5 centuries of stories behind it. The first great building here was raised in the 1550s by Bess of Hardwick, a woman whose ambition and taste shaped not only Chatsworth but nearby Hardwick Hall too. Every Duchess of Devonshire since has left her mark, filling these rooms with art, light and imagination. The love of nature woven through this year's theme feels like their legacy coming to life. Look up in the Great Hall and the ceiling itself becomes part of the tale. The vast painted sky above was created in the late 17th century. The artist's brush swept gods, clouds and angels across the plaster, a heavenly reminder of the house's grandeur and faith in beauty. When the candlelight catches it, it's as though the heavens lean down to admire the decorations below. In centuries past, Christmas at Chatsworth would have been a season of roaring fires and candlelit feasts, the sound of music echoing from the Great Hall and the scent of pine and orange drifting through the corridors just like these. Royalty, poets and politicians have all walked here, even Mary Queen of Scots, held under house arrest, once passed these walls and looked out upon these same hills. Today, more than 600,000 people visit Chatsworth each year, drawn by that same blend of history, artistry and atmosphere. And every Christmas, the doors once again open to welcome visitors into a new world of wonder. This year's fairies and forests may be made of light and imagination, but the feeling they leave behind is timeless. A connection between past and present, between nature and art, between the house and the land that surrounds it. And as the music fades and the path turns toward marble halls, that sense of wonder lingers, waiting to be met by the stillness of stone and the stories it holds. Amongst all the magic and mistletoe, art still reigns here at Chatsworth. The Great House isn't just a backdrop for Christmas, it's a living gallery where centuries of creativity meet the shimmer of the season. Every garland, every sculpture, every flicker of light feels chosen to work in harmony. Chatsworth's devotion to art runs deep. Its collection spans over 4,000 years, from ancient Roman busts and Renaissance masters to bold modern commissions. Even outside the festive season, people travel from all over the world to see it, a treasure trove preserved for future generations, yet still evolving with each new Duke and Duchess. The current Duke of Devonshire, he's number 12 by the way, continues that legacy. He's known for championing contemporary and independent artists, keeping Chatsworth's creative spirit alive and ensuring the collection continues to grow rather than simply rest on its history. Just beyond the entrance, behind a sheet of glass and framed by greenery, stands one of Chatsworth's most famous treasures. A veiled vessel Virgin by Raphael Monti. Carved in 1846, the sculpture's delicate veil seems to dissolve before your eyes. A perfect illusion in marble. It's almost tucked away today, but impossible to ignore. One of the first hints that you've stepped into a house where art and wonder belong side by side. Further along, the sculpture gallery opens like a bridge to another world, a marble forest of heroes, gods and muses. Here the ghosts of classical art stand beneath the glow of Christmas lights, their pale forms touched with gold. The decorations continue through the gallery, with more beautiful trees rising among the statues, their branches glittering beside a towering dandelion made of metal. The old and the new standing together, a reminder that beauty doesn't belong to one time or one style, but to every generation willing to keep it alive. Walking through these rooms at Christmas, you sense more than decoration. You sense legacy. Generations of creativity gathered under one roof, where art and celebration have always belonged together. One moment you're tracing the shimmer of candlelight on pine, the next, it glints across cold marble and ancient stone. Chatsworth isn't simply seen, it's felt. But beyond these impressive galleries, the sound of laughter and music begins to return, drawing you back toward the courtyard, where warmth, coffee and conversation replace the history of marble halls. It's here that visitors pause to catch their breath, browse the shops, or simply soak up the festive atmosphere before wandering on to the Christmas market. Outside, the weather has turned to that unmistakable kind of British winter. Rain clinging to the air, cobblestones glistening underfoot, and 1,000 umbrellas moving in slow choreography. Through the damp air, the stable's courtyard feels like a small haven, its golden stone glowing softly, lanterns reflected in puddles. Once home to the estate's horses and carriages, it now welcomes visitors in a rather different way, with the scent of coffee and toasted marshmallows drifting between doorways, and the promise of warmth behind every arch. It's here you'll find the restaurant and cafe, as well as the essentials like the toilets and a marquee bar offering a little escape from the elements. The courtyard also holds the Chatsworth gift shop, a trove of festive treasures stacked high with ornaments, crafts, books and winter treats. This year its shelves glimmer with Christmas sparkle. Step inside and you might just forget the drizzle altogether. For anyone planning a visit, tickets for Christmas at Chatsworth start from around £36 and include parking for one car. If you visit between the 8th of November and the 14th of December, your ticket also includes access to the Christmas market. After that, the market closes and the experience continues with the house and gardens alone. Tickets are released early each year and the weekend slots vanish almost instantly, so it's well worth booking in advance if you can. Aim for a midweek visit if that's possible, because the pace is gentler and you're more likely to enjoy those quieter moments where you can simply stand and take it all in. Dining at Chatsworth is easy to arrange, but the restaurant can fill quickly, so a reservation is wise, particularly during the festive season. If you'd rather wander freely, there are plenty of food and drink stalls nearby on the market, serving everything from mulled wine to hot chocolate and comforting winter favourites.
Okay, so as part of your Christmas at Chatsworth ticket, you also get access to the Christmas market, which is running until I believe the 14th of December. There are, I think, over 100 stalls here, so it is very festive. And what I've noticed so far is that it's not a lot of repetition. So unlike some of the Christmas markets you might find that we visited last year, there was a lot of samey stuff. Here it's quite nice because there is quite a lot of variety. We got chatting to one of the stall holders and she was saying that when they put their application forward, Chatsworth specifically choose stalls that aren't going to be repetitive, so you've got that nice variety. So I'm going to show you around as much as I possibly can. It's absolutely chucking it down today, so I'm not going to be able to do a lot of work on camera because it's just too wet, but I will try and show you some stalls. They've got some amazing food and just get a bit of a glimpse of what's going on here.
That's good though, isn't it? There's something about a market at Christmas time. It doesn't matter so much that the rain has been sent to try us, because each stall glitters with an abundance of exciting wares just waiting to be discovered. And to be honest, we feel lucky to be here, knowing that not everybody was able to get a ticket. The air is filled with music and chatter, decorations glow through the drizzle, and the scent of food hangs heavy and comforting. It's the kind of scene that could have stepped straight out of a Christmas film, umbrellas, fairy lights and all. Food is at the heart of it. Steam rises from sizzling pans and the air is rich with spices and smoke. There are Yorkshire pudding wraps overflowing with beef and gravy, loaded fries piled high, hot crumble with custard, traditional bratwurst, mac and cheese, Greek wraps, churros dusted with sugar and hearty hot pork sandwiches. Everywhere you turn, there is something delicious calling your name. And for those in need of a little festive cheer, there are plenty of places to find a drink, from mulled wine and spiced cider to hot chocolate topped with cream. 2 iconic red double-decker buses have also been transformed into bars, their windows glowing like lanterns in the mist. Standing there, cup in hand, it's hard not to wish you'd left the car at home and joined a coach tour instead. Beyond the food, the market unfolds into a maze of stalls packed with gifts for everyone. It's the kind of place where you could lose yourself for hours, following the twinkle of fairy lights from one discovery to the next. There are hand-blown glass baubles catching the light, paper stars that fold and glow, delicate jewellery, soft knits, soaps, candles and ornaments of every kind. Garden treasures, clothing, artworks, all created by people who clearly love what they do. I found some beautiful handmade bottle stoppers, and the lady who makes them told me she spends all year crafting her stock and saves them just for Chatsworth. You cannot buy her produce online. She wasn't alone in her dedication. Every stall holder we spoke to was friendly, passionate and proud to share their creations. For the foodies, there were flavoured butters from a farmer who knows all his cows by name, handmade Christmas puddings from Devon, rich brownies and spiced cakes, chutneys, liquors and every festive flavour imaginable. It's a market here that feels less like shopping and more like meeting the makers of Christmas itself. As night settles over Chatsworth, the house takes on another life. The rain eases to a mist and the gardens begin to glow. Paths lined with light, trees shimmering in colour, reflections dancing across the pools of water. So this is a bit special. They've got music piping through these speakers and it's making it feel very magical. The illuminated walk feels at times like stepping into a real-life fairy world, completely enchanting. Gentle music drifts through the air, perfectly in tune with the movement of the lights, guiding you from one wonder to the next. It's a place where the boundary between art and nature disappears, and the whole landscape seems to breathe with quiet magic. Every turn reveals something new, cascades of colour in the trees, fountains glinting like glass, and then finally, the great house itself transformed by a breathtaking projection that ripples across the stone. For a moment, Chatsworth feels alive, telling its own winter story through light and sound. It is the perfect way to end the day, and if you weren't feeling festive before, I promise you will leave with a little bit of Christmas magic tucked away to take home. Thank you so much for joining me for this wander through Christmas at Chatsworth, and a huge thank you to Chatsworth House itself for kindly allowing me to film inside and share this with you. Have you ever visited before? Have you been at Christmas? And if so, what did you think? How does it look this year compared with previous years? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you have any questions about the visit that I had this time, then obviously do feel free to ask away. Until next time, friends, stay merry, stay curious, and may your days be ever wanderlusty.